Hello, callers, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest transfer stories. We start with Arda Guler as we are going to be discussing on Barca's plan to sign the 17.5 million euro prodigy despite Real Madrid disrupting in the race yesterday. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about Ivan Fresneda, as it has been reported that Barcelona are now very close to signing the teenage defender, agreement on 5-year deal imminent. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into the stories in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. There has been yet another exciting twist in Arda Guler's transfer saga. The Fenerbahce youngster has become the talking point of the transfer market this summer, with many expecting him to move to a top European club ahead of the new season. Barcelona were primed to sign Guler after holding talks with Fenerbahce officials. However, it appears Real Madrid are set to disrupt their plans to sign the young Turk. According to Marca, Real Madrid's latest attempts to sign Guler has shaken up the dynamics of the player's transfer saga. He was looking set to join Barcelona, but with Real Madrid not giving up, the player now has a decision to make. Barcelona have made great efforts to hold talks with Fenerbahce officials, coming up with a plan to sign Guler next year instead of this one. The club were not in a position to offer that 17.5 million euros this summer, so they were willing to offer more than that amount next year. However, Real Madrid have not given up their pursuit of Guler, despite reports that Los Blancos will not sign any player this summer after bringing in Jude Bellingham, Fran Garcia, and Joselu. Marca reports Guler has now heard the proposals of both Barca and Real Madrid. The decision on his future is imminent, though it remains unclear where he will opt to go. Why a move to the Bernabeu might appeal to any footballer on the planet, Arda Guler certainly has a better chance to making a breakthrough at Barcelona, which is a young team revolving around talents such as Gavi, Alejandro Balde, and Pedri, among others. With that in mind, it will be interesting to see whether or not the Turkish starlet ends up at Barca or Real ahead of the new season. So these are tense few days now for both Barca and for Real Madrid. Of course, yesterday there were a lot of reports talking about Real Madrid winning the race for Arda Guler. Despite Barcelona there in Turkey, Deco traveling to Turkey to negotiate with the club and the player. And of course, when it was reported yesterday that Real Madrid are now confident of completing the deal, it came as a big blow to the Barcelona faithfuls. But recent reports today are saying that Barca have not given up. They have still not given up because nothing yet, it is not a year we go yet from Real Madrid's point of view. There are still a lot of things to be done, in order to complete the deal. So Barcelona are still pushing for a shock twist. And of course, they are not giving up their efforts because now Barca's own idea was to get Guler next year. They were not able to meet the 17.5 million euro that Fenerbahce were asking, which is the player's release clause. That was a problem. Had it been Barca when earlier did everything very fast, it would have been surely Barca's player now, as we were talking. But when Real Madrid came up, and what I heard is Real Madrid even paid more than the 17.5 million. Real Madrid gave 20 million. Like I've never seen that before. A player has a release clause, but a club pays more than that, which means Fenerbahce now had to change their mind and be like, okay, I think Real Madrid are the better club for us to take that offer from because they have even paid us more than what we expected, paid more than the players' release clause, according to what Fabrizio Romano himself stated yesterday. And of course, it meant Real Madrid automatically went ahead of Barcelona in the race to sign Arda Guler. So, but it is not yet over, guys. It is not yet over. We just have to calm down. Things are still not over. Deco is still confident that things can be done. Laporta is still confident that things can be done. There is still that hope, even though the hope is not that big like yesterday or like 2 days ago, but there's still hope for Barca to secure a deal for Arda Guler. So now a lot of reports are saying that Barcelona's plan is still put in place to convince the player, to ensure that he should be convinced that coming to Barca, he will make a breakthrough easily than at Real Madrid with the fellow youngsters playing the same style of play like him. Barca fits his style of play. The project that Javi has will really suit the player's style of play. Real Madrid had already signed Jude Bellingham, signed some top quality players in midfield, and of course, they don't see no need why the player should be going to another heavily or a packed, talented Real Madrid midfield, which might also destroy his career. Because normally if he goes there, he will be a bench player for this coming season, except for the subsequent seasons when some players like Cruz or Modric start leaving the club before he can even stand a chance to feature in the starting 11. Then moving on to the final story of discussion, Joan Laporta did not anticipate the complications that the summer transfer window has brought for Barca. The idea of balanced exit and arrivals should have worked in theory, but the reality has been far from it. Weeks into the summer window, the Catalans are far from where they would have liked to be. Even when the French players refusing to leave, the Catalans find themselves in a tough state in terms of transfer activity. But there is some positive news with regard to one of their targets, as ESPN is reporting that Barcelona are closing in on the signing of Real Valladolid right back Ivan Fresneda. As per the update, the Catalans are now said to be close to reaching an agreement with the young star over a 5-year contract, with the final touches being applied now. And any hope to finalize an agreement with Real Valladolid over the transfer soon as well. Fresneda, 18-year-old, has a release clause worth 20 million euros in his contract, but the report suggests that Barcelona believe that the operation can be closed for around 10 million euros. Fresneda has his heart set on a move to Catalonia and has even placed offers from Borussia Dortmund, Arsenal, and AC Milan on hold. The Italians are the most interested in his signing and are now making a serious offer, to efforts to lure him away. But it seems like the Catalans have made significant progress with his scam over a potential 5-year contract, and soon they hope to agree a deal with Real Valladolid as well. However, as is the case with signings of Vitor Roque or Inigo Martinez, player sales will be necessary, with efforts being made to offload out of ever right back Sergio Dest. This departure will be key to paving the way for Fresneda arrival. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.